What's up, everybody? It's Joneser, your favorite comic book guy. There's my favorite sidekick lyric.
Did someone get a Mantenna?
I did get a Mantenna.
Aren't those things like super rare?
People are having a hard time finding them at retail. I got lucky because I had old Big Bad Toy Store. What's up, everybody? It's Joneser, your favorite comic book guy. So let's do this! All right, we're back here, and we've got Mantenna coming from the latest wave of Masters of the Universe Origins. You know, I have a hard time keeping track of what wave it is. Do you know what wave it is?
No, not at all.
I don't either. A lot of people do try. It's got to be 8 or 9 or something. I don't even know anymore.
It's probably like 10 or 9 or 8.
Yeah, or 11 or 12 or 7 or something. Like, if we guess like every number, we're bound to be right. So if you know what wave it is, leave it in the comments. But anyway, here, we're going to get right into Mantenna. We got the front of this package, and he is looking awesome. He's hitting all that vintage look and feel to it. Just looking right in, we got the 40th anniversary sticker here in the top left corner. Typical Masters of the Universe blisters card. You know, it looks like, what can you see if looking at the front of this?
All I see is like 2 legs.
2 legs? I see 4 legs and 4 feet.
Oh, now I see it now.
So it looks like they did some design changes on Mantenna, and we'll compare them to our vintage Mantenna, which is, how do you think we say it? Do you say Mantenna or Mantenna?
I say Mantenna.
Mantenna?
Yeah.
What is your favorite part of the old She-Ra show?
The part where Mantenna gets tracked a lot.
Lyric always laughs when Hordak likes to put Mantenna down the trap door, which is actually kind of funny. But anyways, we'll flip this card around here. And of course, like always, we got this beautiful box art here of, looks like the Horde attacking the Snake Men here. And looks like Mantenna's got Tongue Lasher and Ratlore in his eye beams. And then who we got here in the back there, buddy?
I think that's like, that's the guy in the snake guy.
King Hiss?
Yeah, I think that's it.
It's okay. We don't need to find it now. And then we got Hordak and Grizzlor there in the top left corner, which looks pretty darn cool. Grizzlor would complete the Horde for what most of us consider the core Horde members. But unfortunately, Grizzlor was going to be Mattel Creations exclusive. So I don't know if you understand what that means, but that means a lot of people are going to miss out on him. He's not going to be a big store retail. Do you think that's a smart move?
Maybe.
Maybe. Why would that be a smart move?
Because he's pretty bad butt.
He's pretty bad butt. He's pretty cool, but I'd also think that'll make a lot of people miss out. So I don't think that's going to be a smart move. I think that's going to be a move that's going to upset a lot of fans, and it's going to encourage people to buy him up and sell him at an elevated price. But anyway, this isn't going to be a rant about Grizzlor. We're going to go back to Mantenna here. On the side here, we've got the action feature, which looks like it works about the same. You pull a little lever in the back of his head and his eyes pop out. And then we got the cross sell here where we got the 2000X version of He-Man and Skeletor. We got Mantenna, and we got Pighead from the Sunman line.
They should really fix this thing in the back right here.
Yeah, you know, I think this is a European card or international card, or I'm not sure. It does look a little different compared to the ones we're used to. But anyways, we're going to open them up. Okay, there's Mantenna out of the box, and he is looking snazzy. I really like the 4 legs. I think this is a really interesting choice. I know they did this with the Classics Mantenna, but I did not have one, so I never got to experience that. It is kind of difficult to pose them in a way where like all 4 of them were featured or whatever, but I do think that he is pretty cool. He came with the little dealy bob here, which shows you which parts are interchangeable or removable. And he also came with this mini comic. One thing that I am a little upset about, and it's the first time I've experienced this is the international version, so therefore I don't get any word bubbles. So I do not know what happened here in this story other than looking at it visually, which is interesting. I don't know why I got an international one, but anyways, we're going to get right to the comparison here. We happen to have a vintage Mantenna, so Lyric's going to bring him out. All right, here, let's see if we can stand him up. Okay, now, Lyric, let's point out some differences on this Mantenna. We'll take turns here. How about you go first? What's the first difference you see?
The first difference I ever saw on this was the horde symbol. It looks more easier to see on this one.
Yeah, I will say the symbols look very different. I'm gonna remove these crossbows, as the crossbows really aren't that different. The new one might just be a little brighter, but
there's another difference. Look at this one, and there's like
back
eyes.
it up here.
There's like eyes.
Oh, I see. There is a difference in the sculpt in these crossbows. Very good eye, Lyric. Okay, now obviously the first one that most people are going to go to are these legs. As you can see in the vintage one, the sculpt was with the two legs together and to make four like that. Whereas this one, as you can see, we got four legs. I'd also say an obvious one too would be the color choices. For arms and legs, new Mantenna is darker, whereas for head and body, the old Mantenna is darker. Is there anything else that you see that you want to point out, bud? Oh, for the action feature, yep. The action feature on the new Mantenna is up here. And the action feature from the old Mantenna is down there.
And also, look, these stay in place, but the new one.
Yeah, the new one, the eyes will not stay in place. So that might change.
Or stop motions.
Yeah, stop motion or the way you would play with the figure. Where I do like that the old one would lock in place. Whereas, yeah, you can't get this new one to do that. But one thing that
they can, but you need like string or something.
Yeah, we'd have to rig it. Another thing though that I'd like to point out is the old one, the head does not turn or articulate. He is stuck to the body, whereas the new one, you can articulate the head.
Because the reason why is because it's on the head.
Yeah, it's on a ball joint on the top of the body, whereas the old one doesn't have that. So those are the two comparisons, which this new figure is actually very different than the old figure. Both have their pluses and minuses. Which one's your favorite, buddy?
One part that I'm really mad about.
What's that?
Is the eyes, because they don't lock in place. And also, we forgot to say this. The teeth are larger.
Oh, yeah, the teeth are larger on the new one. That is true. So if you had to pick a favorite, which one would it be?
Probably the old Mantenna, because the eyes lock in place.
Yeah, that is kind of a deal breaker for you, huh? That the eyes don't lock. I'm going to have to go with the new one just because the added legs and the articulation with the head and the hands, and it's just an updated figure. But yeah, it's hard to beat this classic too. And yeah, it really would kind of been clutch if those eyes would have been able to lock in place.
Alright, everybody, that was Mantenna. What we got next is Attorney and Goddess, Jutsu, and Terraclaws Skeletor. Get disco fever, disco fever, disco fever. Trap.